Okay. So I'm going to do a week-long marathon on my vlogs. Yesterday, I already did a vlog, and we talked about the jacket. They're stalking me with the jacket semantics, stalking me with trash when I'm fishing, trying to provoke and antagonize error. Today, I went to school. I'm going to show that on next vlog, but this vlog is specifically about yesterday. This is the Conspiracy Broadcasting Network, where I am literally tracked by hundreds of thousands of people in orchestration of surveillance, gaslighting. To place it best, word-wise, is COINTELPRO. It's just a conspiracy, right? Basically, my life is candid camera at all times. They have some way of measuring my emotional state, and they use people in order to abuse me in group settings, orchestrating often humility, abrasion. And I'm going to get into the what happened in school today. And this video that you're getting ready to see is me just being a partially responsible pet owner. And I decided to take my dogs to the park at my local region, very close to my house, very nice place. And I am inundated while I get near the park with the white SUV stuff. So this is the objective, factual video here of what went on yesterday. And these people, they don't give a fuck about stopping any of this. They are persistent. They are on time, on schedule. They have a plan. I bought this house as a rental property, and now I'm stuck in the house because they made sure to smear and slander me out of the occupational setting. So I'm not moving forward financially, and they're trying to basically use a campaign as subversion to undermine my goals and always have power over me in numerous ways. So let's get into the video here. I'm going to do a screen share. All right, so I'm leaving my house, and the vehicular thing is always common. And what happens is they have different levels, kind of like the thermostat in your house. You have varying degrees of heat or varying degrees of cold. And what they do is they start inundating you with normalcy, what life to you was, as a child or as a teenager, even in high school. And so it almost kind of goes back, relatively speaking, to normalcy. There's not a lot of frequency here, and you're just driving. And this is how they play with your mind, right? They get you to believe that the trauma and the stalking is over. You can just drive. And this road right here in particular is always quiet, so it's not surprising in this particular video. So I can't really say much, but they'll do this even in other paths and transits. Is they'll just make sure to return everything back to normal regarding the color or the frequency or the habstance of where they appear. And we talked about that being around the turns, around the hilltops, and intercepting you. But whatever is convenient for them, basically. And so I'm driving to the park here, and they make it almost appear as if everything is just hunky-dory, right? You're just living life. You're just driving, doing your thing, no big deal. And so you keep going, and they have this way, for some reason, of using a truck up here. I don't understand what, other than these trucks kind of are abrasive in my mind to me. They kind of irritate me a little bit, these trucks right here, because they have rocks, and it's like if you travel even near them, the rocks have a tendency to come out of the cracks of the tailgate, and then they hit your car. Okay, so this is one of those things where they time a abstinence, right? Abstinence meaning they're timing some type of egregious, annoying type of situation, which is common. Okay, very common. He knows I can't get close. He knows I can't really do anything and pass or anything like that. So he's gonna just pull out. Now, here I get to the first intersection, or the last, I should say, before the park, and they're waiting for me. So I come in here, slow down, and then you have this, right? They're waiting for me. So I make the turn, right? The white SUVs, and we just keep going, and keep going. And what's interesting is all of a sudden you see these people are always staging by the street. They have a way in this campaign of staging by the street and then putting their flashers on. I don't understand, but since 2014, a lot of people will for some reason stage beside, and this is what people, I think they call street theater, is what other people would have called it, as street theater. And anyways, so this guy had flashing lights because he's on the side of the road, I guess. And anyways, growing up and all the road trips and everything, none of this stuff was around. 2014, light switch, like a light switch. No one understands what I'm saying. I'm stupid. I am wrong. Nothing I say is right. No one understands what I'm saying. All the information and evidence I'm collecting is being erased. Yada yada yada. I have thousands of people follow me around, all my intercepting me and stuff like that. So I don't know. I make A's in school, but I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. So I don't get it. So I pull in here, and lo and behold, what's waiting for me, right? It's always a stimuli of abuse. Okay. And this is what they do. This is called I call this saturating. I don't know what the people or whoever the hell is listening, I'm sure, is a culprit. I don't know what the fuck they call it, but I call it saturating. And that's like taking all the places that you frequent and abusing you non-fucking stop, right? Non-stop. This is like the closest dog park. So they're going to abuse you here. Right. I used to take my mountain bike here, and they would mock me by bringing the same color bike and then having it around on the path, either a guy in front of me or a guy behind me. They'll wear the same shirt as me, right? The same jacket as me, the same color jacket, or they'll have the same color bike out as me to mock me. And it's annoyance. And this is the same thing. This is what I would call saturating. And tenants have done this in the past. Saturating is when they deliberately break things or destroy or vandalize things that you use frequently. And the thing is, it's about where you stand or what path you take. And they make sure to vandalize, traumatize, humiliate, harass those areas, either where you walk or where you transit. And in this case, I've had the most police interaction at Homewood area, at the Walmart and at the Planet Fitness there, because I frequent that. It's just a convenient transition from gym to going to get groceries. It's like a one hit shop, right? So that's where they like to target you and make sure that they give the most problems. And this is no different, right? So being a responsible pet owner, this is a deterrent to that. Okay. This is how they start controlling your life, right? It's good to get out in the sun anyways. It's great to have your dogs out so they don't get cancer and everything like that. They should be on the OMAD. This is why all your dogs have lymphomas and all kinds of crazy nodules and cancers and hip dysplasias and everything, is because they're overeating often, not exercising. And it's crazy that we pay thousands of dollars for your dog to eat natural food. Just go out and buy a natural food, right? Why would you buy from a company that has the purest natural ingredients when you can just buy? It's still processed. Regardless, it's still processed. It's not good. So anyways, off that tangent, this is what they have in store for me. Okay. And then the craziest part is I get out right here. I park right here. I get out. The guy has two dogs. They start barking. And the guy tries to carry a conversation with you like nothing is going on. And this is the most narcissistic part is where they go and they start carrying conversations like nothing's wrong to irritate you. Okay. He acts polite. He acts all nice. At the same time, they're stalking you. Okay. And this is why your cortisol levels are elevated, and they're always yo-yoing your emotions and abusing you at all times. Okay, at all times. All right, so I get up and I leave after we done our dog escapade here, and I told you that there's people always staged, right? I don't know why those people are there. Let's go back. Were they there before? Let's see. They were not. They were not there. Okay. So like I said, there's always some type of stimuli, always this staging for some reason beside the road. I don't understand what it is, but it does create like a visual distraction because you know the frequency of this whole scheme isn't normal and is part of their tactic basically. So they're just walking around and making sure that they're by the road. And basically that the frequency is the deal. Okay, it's like the frequency of, and so what becomes normal, relatively speaking, becomes abnormal because it becomes an increase in frequency. And so this is why things become abnormal because you spent 23 plus years living a life where you see the not establishing patterns. Now, since 2014 and now to present, these people are establishing patterns of frequency, timing, accuracy, and precision. And that's where the line is drawn, essentially, when you realize that there's a program that exists. Nothing to do about paranoia, nothing to do with anxiety, nothing to do with anything other than people who are literally tracking you, literally on some type of technological accord in order to infiltrate your mind and cause disruption, just like noise pollution. All of these tactics, again, I'm not spitting anything out of my ass that isn't already established in the literature regarding psyops, COINTELPRO, disruption and surveillance, and all the things that are already out there. I'm not speaking as if this is taboo. These things exist. Okay. And the craziest part about it is you have thousands of people who say they don't know what you're talking about, including healthcare providers. Even when you want to bring objective evidence showing them what's going on, they would rather diagnose you with something and destroy your liberties and privileges than to take objective information and factual information. And no one in your family believes anything you say. And so here we are doing the same objectifiable evidence gathering. Okay. So what's interesting is when we get to driving back, it was relatively quiet, right? Relatively quiet. Okay. And it went back to relatively normal driving, I would argue. Okay. Relatively speaking, I would say it's normal. Okay. The thing is they've continued to bring in the gray trucks a lot ever since I think I had to look at the vlog number, but the gray trucks are very calm now. I don't know why they're trying to make a link to my brother, but here is that truck again. So that truck with the rocks going in, now I have the same truck with the rocks going out. Right. That's the same type truck, and it's in front. I just slowed down because I knew it was going to be throwing a bunch of rocks everywhere, so I didn't even get close. But it's the same rock truck going in the opposite direction now. Okay. And they use this. This is what I'm talking about. They're using the abstinence. Okay, they're using this abstinence deal. Okay. So I don't even fight it. I just start coasting. Okay. So that's that. I'm going to show you what I did today, or at least I'm going to vlog it, I guess. And we're just going to vlog all the problems with the city, and we're going to close this vlog out.